Hey guys, it's me Jake from JakeMan21642. Today I've got just a little walk around, startup and update of my grandmother's car. This is a 2008 Mini Cooper Clubman. As you can see, this one she special ordered back in 2008 and it's very unique. It's got this beautiful brown metallic, I believe it's actually called chocolate brown metallic, with a brown leather interior with your white piping. We'll get to in a second. This is just a regular Mini Cooper. This is not the S. This one does have the automatic transmission, but I love this car. Everyone raves about the S and how fun it is. These regular Mini Coopers are even better because in my opinion, I enjoy just driving even more and cornering in one of these when I'm not fighting torque steer the entire time. She did custom order this car, as I mentioned, and it was around, I believe, $32,000, which, no, these don't run cheap for such a small car, as everyone says, but for what you get, I believe it's worth it. If you're really a driving enthusiast, and you can't look at one of these since they're a hatchback with the mentality that you would a Versa or a Fit or a Fiesta or even a Golf, because these are even more of a premium than a Golf is, because it's just such a fantastic car. It's a BMW, essentially. And they drive like a BMW. You know, when you're on the highway doing 90 in one of these, you feel like you're going 40, just like a BMW. But they also have that fun, quirky little economical side to them. But as I mentioned, this is a 2008 Clubman, just a regular Clubman, with this brown exterior. The car has been absolutely perfect, no issues, other than the fact that the TPMS on this car was incredibly sensitive. So my grandmother had the tires filled with nitrogen. As you can see, it does have Continental Conti Pro contacts on it. 175/65 R15, so 15-inch alloy wheels. These are the optional alloys. And these tires do have a nice amount of meat on them, so I believe they've been replaced once at least. And as you can see on the outside, this one does have the black mirrors and the black roof as accenting. One thing about the Clubman is you get the barn doors on the rear, which I really like. Go ahead and pop the back. As you can see, one door pops open, and then you can pop the other one. And you get a nice little trunk. It's very interesting the way it opens, the way it looks. You can see your single port exhaust, and I love this. Runs on a regular. You can see in the back, you do have your seats, which tumble and offer, this one has some stuff in the way, I believe, but it offers a nice amount of cargo room. You could take one of these to IKEA and pack it up. But as I mentioned, there's that. Got a creepy truck here. But very nice amount of trunk space. This one does have the optional trunk mat and even more storage underneath of here, as you can see. So these cars make use of what little space they have. You can see storage on the doors and your Mini logo inside of your taillights. This one does have the optional panoramic sunroof, as you can see, and rear disc brakes. Go ahead and step inside and I'll show you how the inside is faring up, which honestly is fantastic. Some reviews I've read said this is poorly fitted, but this one fits fine. It doesn't make any noise. It's a little dirty, but you see some change storage down here. No window controls on the door panel. Everything is in the center, typical Euro fashion. And I just love this interior with the wood grain and the white leather accenting, the white piping on the brown leather. You can see this one does have side airbags. Right here, you can access your back seat. This one does have the Clubman floor mats. Go ahead and start it up. A technology package that rolled in the intelligent access, which would be on the door, was an option. Also rolled in navigation. This one does have the premium sound system. Not the Harman Kardon, but this does have the premium sound with the built-in Sirius satellite radio. Go ahead and start it up, but this is typical BMW fashion, where you pop the key in, right there, foot on the brake, and push to start. You can hear a nice throaty little sound from that 1.6 liter. Closing the door. You can see your chrome accenting around your vents. Everything inside is soft touch, as expected for a car that costs this much. I mean, everything is. It does have the CD player, and you can see down here, this does have the single zone climate control, not automatic, but very nice in the way it works, and it is shaped like the Mini emblem. You can see your window controls down here. They are automatic windows. Automatic down, at least. I believe the driver is auto up and down. Your locks in the center, and your heated seats. They are 3-stage. This one does have the optional 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shift mode. Your sport mode down here, which when you pop it into sport mode, that steering tightens up and that exhaust makes a nice little burble. It does have the Euro style turn signals, which, I don't know, love it or hate it. I got used to it within 5 minutes of driving this car. I've driven this car on a few road trips in the past few months, and honestly, it's a great little highway car. Another thing that's an advantage of getting the regular Cooper over the S is the ride is a little bit softer, but honestly, handling is not compromised. As you can see, it does have automatic headlights. Everything inside does light up orange. Another complaint I've heard about the Mini Cooper is it's stupid when you have the middle gauge cluster. But as you can see, this one's set in the middle, right to your exact speed. And you do have your tach right here, which is traditional driver enthusiast car style. You got your tach right there, which is something I like. As you can see, this one only has 48,000 miles on it. Right here's your steering wheel. One thing I will complain about in this car is nothing is really labeled. Everything just has symbols on it. So the first time I drove this car on the highway, it took me a few minutes to figure out just how to set the cruise control, which you press this, and then you use these to control your speed. But otherwise, that's basically all I don't like about this car. You do have your storage in here, your little mini box, and your airplane style vents. This releases your glove box, which it is damped. This one just has some stuff in it. And as I mentioned, everything in here is pretty much leather wrapped. You do have your leather wrapped shift knob right here and your leather e-brake right here, your center armrest. You do have 1, 2, 3 cup holders. So this isn't typical German car in the fashion you don't get cup holders. You do have your dual sunscreens, which again, just little touches like this make this car very German. Headliner is very nice and plush. This one does have the ambient lighting package right here and on the door pillars, which is very nice. And you also have your sunroof controls up here, which, as I mentioned, this one is popped. And that's basically it for the interior. Wheel is leather wrapped. Go ahead and pop the hood and also show you the back seat, which was the pretty much high selling point of the Clubman over the regular Mini Cooper, and something I like is that the Clubman gives you the little bit of extra breathing room inside that the regular Mini Cooper needed. So to get in the back seat, kind of truck style, just pop that. You can move the seat forward if you need to make it easier to get back here. And in all honesty, this seat's back pretty far too. The back seat of this car is not bad. My knees aren't even touching the seat. I've got plenty of headroom. I have been on road trips back here, and it's honestly not an uncomfortable car at all. I've had 4 people in here, and it's not an uncomfortable car. You do get your cup holder. In typical German, everything in the back is soft touch. It moves forward, and getting in and out, incredibly easy. You can see down here, your little Mini Cooper door sills. It's the little touches in this car that make it worth it. You can see this one does have slightly tinted rear windows. Coming up to the front of this Mini Cooper, you can see your hood is actuated. You don't have a prop rod. It does have just the regular 1.6 liter 4-cylinder, which honestly is a fantastic little engine. It's a light car, so it moves the engine out very nicely. You can see this one does have the fog lights. And we'll go ahead and give it a quick rev, and then I'll do a test drive in a separate video. Your chrome door handles. Love the way this engine sounds. Anyways, guys, I'll cut the test drive in another video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe for more. Any questions about the Mini Cooper, drop them below. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe for more.